Hey, this is Mix Wilson. We're going to learn how to do code.org lesson 12 of unit 3 using the counter pattern. All right, so first of all, we're going to learn how to do something like this to make sprites move smoothly across the screen. Spoiler, the pattern we're going to be using is right here. In this one, it says unicorn.x gets unicorn.x plus 1. Okay, let's look at that a little bit more closely. Soon we're going to walk through all of lesson 12 step by step. Okay, when we say the counter pattern, you might be thinking I'm talking about something like this. No, we are not. I know this is how we say counter, but we are not talking about this. We are talking about anything that counts, like the count from Sesame Street, or this little machine right here that when you press the button, it counts up. In this lesson, we're going to be using the counter pattern. So, what is this exactly? This is the spoiler cheat sheet that has all the answers for lesson 12 for you right here. This is the pattern. X gets x plus 1. It means take x and make it 1 bigger. Now, this is different from the way we use the equals sign in math class. In math class, you'll see this and say, that's not right, that's impossible. In computer science, remember that the equals sign means assign the thing on the left to now be the thing on the right. So literally what this is meaning in the computer is take x, make it 1 bigger. It's called a counter pattern because it counts up. Okay, I'm about to show you a spoiler for the whole lesson. Here it is. Well, this is the beginning of the spoiler. Remember that in coding, the coordinate plane is a little different than it is in math. We start at 0, 0 in the top, and x increases as it goes to the right, and y increases as it moves down. This is a spoiler because in this lesson, you're going to be moving sprites right, left, up, and down. You're going to have a much easier time if you can remember the way the coordinate plane works in coding, and specifically that it is the y gets larger as you move down. Now, this is when it gets really spoilery. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this. This is a cheat sheet. If you want your sprite to move up, this is the code you're going to use. Sprite.y gets sprite.y minus 1. To move your sprite down, you use this. Sprite.y gets sprite.y plus 1. And right and left, you can see it here with x instead of y. And again, the positive direction has a plus, the negative direction has a minus. Okay, if you want, you can do the whole lesson right now using this information. But let's walk through it step by step. All right. Here we go. All right, sprite movement. In this first part, when on your screen, this run button is going to be grayed out. That is because you need to make a prediction first. So what I'd recommend is in the instructions area, scroll down on your screen until you see a text box to make a prediction. Fun fact, my prediction was wrong. You can take a look at my prediction, but it is not correct. Okay, right now I want you to pause, look at this, and predict what's going to happen in this screen. Okay, get ready to pause and figure this out and type in your guess. Don't worry about it being wrong. This is about learning. Pause in 3, 2, 1. Great job. I hope you typed something, a guess of some kind. Maybe you think it's going to put the word counter on the screen. Maybe the counter is going to stop at 400. Maybe it's not going to put any words on the screen. Maybe it's going to put numbers. We're going to find out. Ready, go. What? Okay. Interesting. So it's counting up, and the text size is also growing as that counter is growing. Interesting. Click finish. Watch the video in number 3. It's really good. Not as good as this video, though. Huh. Okay, and now let's do bubble 4. In bubble 4, we have to make this. And we're going to use the pattern that I showed you in the last slide. Now, you see this pattern here. This pattern is making the jet move up. And you can see it's following the pattern that I showed you before. Sprite.y gets sprite.y minus 3. Now we want our plane to move to the right, so we're going to do the name of the sprite.x equals sprite.x plus 1. I'm going to show you how to do it with blocks first. In blocks, we want it to move to the right, so we're going to use .x. Any side-to-side motion, we use x. First step, put it there. Now, if you're typing it in blocks, you do need to go to the orange math section, grab a blank plus blank block, go back to the red sprites section, grab a sprite.x block, and then add a number. I'm going to do 3. The bigger the number, the faster it goes. Now, this isn't right, Mix Wilson. What do you got to do? Okay, we got to name it plane because this one is the plane. Okay. Plane. Let's test it. Nice. Okay, sweet. You can see how it's the same pattern, but by changing X and Y and the minus and the plus, we can get it going a different direction. Da-da-da. Let's move on. All right. In this one, we got to get the fly moving to the left. Now, I encourage you to try this on your own. I'm going to put the cheat sheet on the screen. You should pause. Here's the cheat sheet. What code do you think you should use to make the fly go to the left? Ready? Pause. Good work. Hello, kitty. This is my cat Booker. All right. Next, we're going to do that. Okay, Booker, time to go. Time to go, kitty. All right. I want to show you a shortcut. You say, okay, the fly's going to move in the left-right direction, so we need fly.x. Now, you can drag and drop the orange and then the red, but I'm actually just going to type it in. Check this out. I do fly.x minus, I don't know, 2, some number, and it knows what that is. You can see it converts it into blocks. It totally knows what that is. It's faster to type it. Whichever way you do it, 100% fine. If you're doing it in blocks, totally fine. Just go to math, grab the minus, do sprite.x, put that there, type in fly, put any number there, and let's test it. Yes! Okay. Let's go to the next one. You're doing great. Okay. Number 6. We have a mouse, and when we first start it, the mouse is traveling down the screen. But we need it to be going to the right. Okay. Now, this lesson directs you to check out something called the watchers. The watchers are down here in the bottom right of the screen. Notice that mouse.y is moving up, but mouse.x isn't. We want mouse.x to move up as well. That's going to keep the mouse moving to the side. I'm going to just copy this pattern, but use x instead of y. Sprite.x gets mouse.x plus 2. Oh, hello, kitty. That's nice. It's all okay. Okay. Call this mouse as well. Okay. Pause. Try it. See if this works. Okay, let's see what happens. Nice. What we're doing is we're updating inside the draw loop. We're making the y get 2 bigger and the x get 2 bigger at the same time. At the same time, that's going to make that mouse go diagonally across the screen. Moving on. Remember to pause at any time. Okay, this one is a predict level. Read this program and predict which of the following animations will be produced. Okay, it starts by setting up the sprites. Now this is where the motion's happening. Red car.x gets red car.x plus 4. The yellow car's y gets y plus 4. Blue car x gets x minus 4. Green car y gets green car minus 4. You have to select A, B, C, or D to see which picture you're going to get. As you do this, think about, okay, what code, X or Y, makes cars go in the up-down direction? And what code, X or Y, makes them go left-right? And then, what, surprise, this can also be a little cheat sheet for you if you would like. Okay, I'm going to let you pause, guess that. Once you click bubble and guess, you can run it. If you got it wrong, don't worry. This is about learning. And then we'll go to bubble 8. Okay, bubble 8. Let's do one of these. I'm going to do bubble 8A. Oh my gosh, Mix Wilson, you got a spoiler right on the screen. Okay, so use the counter pattern on a sprite's rotation property to make it spin around. Okay, so I didn't tell you this, but we can use the same pattern we did, the pattern that is blank gets blank plus 1, and use it on rotation, and that's going to update it so it'll rotate smoothly. So it's the same process. We go to the red sprites menu, pick sprite.rotation, that's the only choice they give us. Go to the orange math function, get blank plus blank. Go to the sprites function, get sprite.rotation again. Move your video that's in the way, and then press +1. Not done yet. Don't forget to title your sprite the thing that it's titled. It's titled pan. Okay, fun fact. Remember, in a counter pattern, these sprite properties are always going to be the same. If you picked pan.rotation here, that's the same property you're going to put on the other side of the equals sign. That's part of the pattern. Okay, let's see if that worked. Yes! Good work. Good work. My cat Booker is also excited. Good job, Booker. Okay, it's time for the assessment level. I'm going to give you some hints to get you started on this. But I think at this point you have what you need. So this one says, using the counter pattern, make all 3 of the fish move as in the image to the right. The blue fish should move the fastest and the green fish should move the slowest. Okay, beautiful. Let's reset this version history. Start over. Okay. So the cool thing about this level is that it's got the orange fish already there for you. Wonderful. I think my hint for you is to basically copy this pattern for the blue fish and the green fish. Also, pay attention to the capitalization. Remember that for the computer to understand it, it needs to be exactly the same capitalization as you see here. Let's do one of those together. I'll let you do the other one on your own. Orangefish.x gets orangefish.x minus 2. Okay, I'm going to take a guess and say, let's just do the exact same thing, but instead of orange fish, type in blue fish. Uh-oh. Now this is going to give me a bug, unless I call that blue fish. And this, what did I do here? This is a mistake. That's not working. I need to type bluefish.x or go to the orange sprite menu, the red sprite menu and bring it in. Okay. Okay, that's great, Mix Wilson. But if you read the instructions, it says that the blue fish should be the fastest, green fish should move the slowest. So in order for this blue fish to be the fastest, what should I do? I'm going to change this number. I could make it be 3. Or I could make it be really fast. I don't care. I'll make it be 5. Wonderful. That number changes the speed. I'll make it be 20. Wow, so fast. That's fine. Okay, your job is to do the same thing for the green fish, but remember, the green fish needs to be the slowest. Okay, you got this. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.